Greatness is not something you can see. It's about what you feel. A lot of people talk good game, but don't stand on. Their mouth can tell you anything. But actions show you somebody's greatness. I was a worldly person. I was conformed to this world. In 2014, I was making $10.25 an hour. Big dog, can't make this up. I was working at a gun plant. I used to sit in front of the bathroom, take people's name as they go into the bathroom, so make sure they got no weapons on them. But I always wanted to work in the corporate office. My calling since I've been a young jet is to talk a lot. I love to talk, big dog. My mom's always tell me as a little kid, boy, you can talk. So I knew I had to be something, use my voice. But the Most High wanted me to change my life around before he take me on my new journey. So I had to fully surrender. Some people say, hey man, I surrender. Not just a little bit, but you got to fully surrender. So when God provided me that opportunity, I took off. It took me 4 years. I went from making $10.25 to almost $100,000 a year. And I would tell people, degrees open doors, but my God, Yahweh, Yahshua, open elevators. A lot of people had a head start on me in life. When it came to the corporate world, when it came to motivation speaking, I had 10, 15 years out on me. But when you favor. So when you chose to walk like it, act like it, talk like it, just know it. You don't need that confirmation when you're already favored. I don't have no degree. I do have a PhD in believing in God. Turn them up, George.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Locating Greatness podcast. Today I got a very special guest. But before we get into that, I appreciate all of you guys for checking out our podcast. We 2 subscribers away from 200. I appreciate everything you guys have done for us thus far. We are a year and a half in. But further ado, today we got a very special guest. We got a guest that is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, motivational speaker in the world. Not the States, the world, Craig. All right, today we got Mr. George White, a.k.a. Turn him up, George.
Yes, sir.
How we doing, bro?
Turn him up, big dog.
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
for having me, big dog.
Oh, yeah, for
appreciate
sure.
For having me. It's
sure.
a blessing to be here with you, big dog.
Man, I appreciate you coming, man. Man, it's been a long time coming, especially for me. This is my biggest guest thus far, and it will be for a while. But I really do appreciate him coming out today. But let's start from the beginning.
Yes, sir, big dog.
Palestine, Texas.
Yes, sir.
Where it get reckless.
Where it get reckless.
Like
country.
you say.
Countryside.
Talk to me. How was it growing up out there, man?
Palestine different, big dog.
Yeah.
They don't have the same opportunity like the city.
Yeah.
But I believe that, everybody like family down there. I grew up in the projects. In in poverty. But at the time, it don't feel like poverty. When you know that's your surrounding, you become used to it. But I believe that it molded me and shaped me to the person I am today. Yeah. So I wouldn't go back and change nothing, big dog.
Yeah. So, man, when you growing up in those type of environments, man, everybody's on the same trajectory.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to stay in it, but it's harder to get out of it because it's a melting pot. You know what I'm saying? So as I speak on that, can you dive into who George White, the speaker, was before? Where you are today. Who was it growing up?
I was a worldly person. I was conformed to this world. Before I could be the big dog, be able to talk that talk, I had to go through that. I love my trials era. I love my testimony. Being the youngest child. My mom had 3 kids. I'm the youngest out of 3. Father wasn't really there in and out. It's really taught me how to survive. Taught me how to be a man, how to be a stand-up guy. Because sometimes you got to reflect on your past life to understand where you're going in your future life. Because you don't want to keep making the same mistakes that you once made before. So I'm thankful, big dog. Yeah.
So did you, I think I read that you went to college at one point.
Yes.
Okay. Did you go to college for football or you just?
So what happened was I went to Jadrian college. I was supposed to go there for 1 year until I can transfer my scholarship to Texas Southern University, but it didn't pan out right. I ended up getting kicked out of Jadrian college on academic probation. Wasn't there. I should have been by business, but I wasn't. So I lost that opportunity.
I mean, to be honest, you never know. God was putting you through that for a reason.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And you being as motivational as you are, it's just a blessing to see that you here because you never know. You could have been still at a desk job right now. You're making probably good money.
I was. I was a full-time. I used to work for Signify Health.
Okay. Oh, man.
So I worked for Signify Health. I was a production manager. Well, people don't understand. I want to jump off track.
No, you good.
Before I became a big dog, let me get his testimony. When I first met my wife in 2014, I was making $10.25 an hour. Big dog. Can't make this up. I was working at a gun plant. I used to sit in front of the bathroom, take people's name as they go into the bathroom, so make sure they got no weapons on them. They go to the metal detector, big dog. But I always wanted to work in a corporate office.
Right.
My calling since I've been a young jet is to talk a lot. I love to talk, big dog. My mom was always tell me as a little kid, boy, you can talk. So I knew how to be something, use my voice. So, but I always wanted to work in a corporate office, big dog. Like, Lord, you give me the opportunity, you know. I know I can do it, you know. But the Most High wanted me to change my life around before He take me on my new journey.
Right.
So I had to fully surrender. Some people say, hey, man, I surrender. Not just a little bit, but you got to fully surrender.
You got to get in there.
To get to the next level. So when God provided me that opportunity, well, I took off. It took me 4 years. I went from making $10.25 to almost $100,000 a year.
That's what's up.
And I don't have no degree.
Yeah.
But I do have a PhD in believing in God.
Ooh.
Turn them up, George.
Talk to him. Man, I love it. So, were you always this inspirational? Like just being motivational in general?
Got to when you ain't got that around you.
Right. Oh yeah.
You gotta be your own motivation. You see what I'm saying?
I like that.
I don't sit and look for someone to motivate me. Life itself, me waking up every day, that's a blessing, big dog.
Right.
Any day above ground is a good day.
Right.
To see my kids, to see my wife, just to be able.
Facts.
That should be enough. I tell Cat, just to be able to do what you couldn't do, to do today what you couldn't do yesterday or the day before. You get a chance today to make a difference.
Right.
So I'm thankful, big dog.
Man, think about it like this. You got your kids with you right now.
Yeah, bring them with me.
You got them at work with you now. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing. It's a blessing to be able to do that, man. Who was your first example of just motivational speaking? I know you might have had the motivation, but who gave you that battery in your back? Because for me, it was E.T. That's my guy.
Yeah, before I can say, either one of those, I'll say my grandpa.
Right.
My grandpa was solid.
Yeah.
He always have that wisdom, and he's still the only one who alive out of 13 kids. But my grandpa just give me so much wisdom, so much free game, so I ain't got to pay for it. So sometimes in my video, I use what he taught me.
Yeah.
He always say, a lot of people can't afford, too many people lost in this world when they know where they came from. Because if you go direction, you get lost. You know how to get back where you started.
Right.
You go back the same way you came.
Right.
So I use that mentality with everything in my life. Like when I get confused, go back to the same way you came.
Yeah.
Figure it out and keep pushing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or he'll be like, hey, he in a season where he got to turn sideways for keeping flying because he about to take off.
Yeah.
God about to take it to, he talk like that. So that's why I had so much wisdom and understanding because I get it from my grandpa. So after my grandpa, I would say, you got the Les Brown, you got the E.T., you got my brother Inky Johnson, you got my brother Trent Shelton.
Yeah.
So, salute to them brothers, big dog.
Yes, sir. So, all right, what experience was it that made you pick up the camera and be like, all right, look, I'm going to go ahead and make this happen?
God.
What is it? Okay.
God.
Okay.
It's not what's on you, it's what's in you.
Yes, sir.
Like, everybody is called, but few are chosen.
Right.
I tell people, a lot of people try to elevate in life based on somebody else's position, based on somebody else's experience. God didn't want me to do it like the other speaker.
Right.
He wanted me to go the social route.
Right.
So I took the social route and became the voice of motivation. I didn't have to take the traditional route. So one day, God called me to it. I know when God called me to it, He gonna see me through it.
Yeah.
And I went and got me a camera, a backdrop, a portable mic, and my wife behind the camera. We took off with it, big dog.
Yeah. And you don't need first off, you don't need a lot of money to do this stuff either. You don't need a lot of money to do this stuff. So take it from him. You really don't.
Facts.
Like you just need somebody that's you need a team. He got a team. I got a team. You got to make sure it's consistent. Consistency is key. Please make sure you're being consistent with everything that you're doing. So as far as I know that you've been mentioned by a lot of celebrities. Now I know that doesn't move you because we had a conversation before. I know not necessarily that moves you when it comes to other men and women, but what has it done for your business being mentioned by those by the Breakfast Club, Steve Harvey show, Tesla and Figaro? How does that
what it do is bring more publicity,
right?
Bring more attention and awareness your way,
right.
And I'm thankful for those that mention me. People understand like the grind, big dog, the blood, the sweat, the tears. I be telling myself, you can't get tired now.
Yeah.
You can't get tired now. So that's why my videos, I be like, man, turn them up.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta hype your own self up.
Yeah.
Hype them up. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta hype yourself up, big dog. I stay consistent with this for we're going on 4 years, 3.5 years now, big dog.
Yeah.
I get this word what God want me to give them.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is like whenever I'll be feeling down or whatever, I be hearing it.
For sure.
Turn it up, like just like, come on, man, you gotta keep going.
Facts.
And it's not just the fact that it's you; it's just the fact that it's easy to give up, but it's hard to progress.
Come on.
I've had a lot of situations, and I kind of get personal right now. I got, my mom had sepsis. Not many people make it out of sepsis. You know what I'm saying? And we, she was on the ventilator for 48 hours. Like that 48 hours, it was just a whirlwind of like, what's going on right now? You know what I'm saying? So like, just motivation from you, me reading my Bible, it's always things that's going to come up in your life that you can motivate yourself first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? So for you, as far as manifesting greatness, and this is one of the questions that I had too, as far as locating greatness, what does that mean to you?
Greatness is not something you can see. It's about what you feel. Right. You feel greatness from people. Right. A lot of people talk good game, but don't stand on it. Their mouth can tell you anything. But actions show you somebody's greatness. Somebody consistency show you somebody's greatness. So when I look at greatness, I look at legendary. I look at legacy. You know what I'm saying? When God called me home at my funeral, if the whole road not packed, the funeral not packed, I mean, I ain't do enough. Right. That's what greatness is. Right. Another thing of greatness is how your wife sees you, how your kids see you, big dog. Too many people, want to be. Don't get me wrong. You want to leave a mark in this world. That's true, but you can't leave a mark in this world if you don't leave a mark in your home. You gotta be legendary, big dog.
Yeah, for real, straight up. As far as like, kind of moving on. So you manifesting your future, right? What does it look like for somebody to say, I want to manifest my future? What does that look like as far as if somebody is like kind of in a crossroad right now? What would you say to them?
Don't take the glory away from the Most High. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Control what you can and forget what you can't. Right. Don't get stuck on yesterday when you need to focus on now. You know what I'm saying? So and don't put yourself in a box. Yeah. Cause you can do podcast, like say for instance with you, big dog. Just because you're doing podcast today, it doesn't mean you can't do extra tomorrow. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's about utilizing your resources to get to the main source. You want to upgrade yourself and continue to upgrade yourself and improve yourself. Yeah. So you put how much you want, you tell them how much you want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you want to do this, you tell I want to do this. This is how we're gonna do it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah. As
far as God-given credentials, can you speak on that? Can you expound on that? What does that phrase mean to you?
Yeah, I got a PhD believing in God.
Yeah, for sure.
They renew daily. Absolutely. And I got that from my brother. Well, my brother just a messenger say, he got
shout out to fam.
Yeah, just a messenger. He got 3 degrees. He graduated from Kneebone University. Yeah. And it renewed daily. It renewed daily. Daily. For real, man. Yeah. And I would tell people, degrees open doors, but my God, Yahweh, Yahshua, open elevators. Yeah. Since a lot of people had a head start on me in life. Right. When it came to the corporate world, when it came to motivation speaking, I mean, I had 10, 15 years out on me. But when you favor, when you're chosen, that's why I made a video that went viral. Everybody, Steve Harvey, everybody talk about it. I was like, God chose you. So sometimes you're going to have to fight more. You're going to have to do more. You're going to have to overcome more. But you're going to receive more. You're going to receive more. You who your bloodline been waiting for. And God chose you because he know he can trust you. Yeah. He know you'll keep faith when things go bad. Yeah. He know that you won't retaliate when people do evil against you. He know that you won't be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind because you're chosen. So when you're chosen, walk like it, act like it, talk like it. Just know it. Yeah. You don't need that confirmation when you're already favored.
Yeah. So as far as that mindset of not just living, but living with a purpose.
Come on.
How can you expand on that? Because I tell myself that every day. I wake up, I thank God for another 24. But I look in the mirror and say, you got to live with a purpose. What can you tell people that's like feeling stuck right now?
So once you learn to live on purpose, that's when you start living in your purpose. A lot of people don't live on purpose. Right. I live on purpose. Right. My wife live on purpose. My kids live on purpose. Right. If you're not living on purpose, then you won't never be in your purpose. So a lot of people always feel like they're behind. You only get behind by what you do. Right. And a mouth can keep you behind because the power of the tongue speak life or death. So you got to tell yourself, like, we wake up, you got to do your declaration. I decree and declare the name of Yahshua. Today will be a great day. I decree and declare in the name of Yahshua that the enemy can't have me. The past can't have me. Past people can't have me. Mad people can't have me. This is a new season.
Yeah.
So you gotta talk like that.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta talk to yourself, and I want people to get used to when you waking up. The way you wake up is how your day will go.
Yeah.
Don't wake up to your phone. Wake up to the Most High.
Right.
Wake up, face yourself in the mirror, and say, "I am a big dog.
Yeah.
I can talk that talk. I can walk the best of them."
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I used to wake up and I'll lay in the bed 10 minutes, be on my phone. Past this is 7 days. This is only 7 days. Only been doing it 7 days.
Yeah.
I wake up. I gotta see my phone so I can turn the alarm off. Turn the alarm off. Sit in silence. And straight silence. Once I started doing that and praying and really just being in touch with, you know, my Lord and Savior, bro. When I tell you, like, the day is just, it's a lot better. You know what I'm saying?
It's called being intentional.
Right.
Like, we intentional with everything else, but we'll never be intentional with ourselves.
Yeah.
We intentional keeping our car clean. We intentional being on social media. We intentional knowing what so-and-so doing. It don't benefit you.
Right.
The day you start being intentional with you, your whole life gonna change.
Right.
That's when you're able to speak, wherever you speak come to pass.
Yeah.
So being intentional is that's how you, like I say, you say, hey, I want the #1 podcast in the next 3 or 5 years. You know what? I ain't gonna put a time on it. Lord, this is if it's in your will, I would have the #1 podcast. When you start being intentional, that's when you're able to manifest.
Yeah.
You're able to speak those things, big dog.
Man, that's crazy, because me and my bro, we actually went through something kind of similar. It was one of those situations to where we both wanted to give up. We had situations go bad, left and right. I'm talking about things just wasn't. We looking at, you know, it'll show you a red dot where it's recording, it wasn't recording, or something go missing. You know what I'm saying? It was just things going left and right. Me and him had a conversation, and we both was like, man, I don't know about this no more. You know what I'm saying? And then later on, we took a little month and a half, you know, and then I had Gotti on here. I had Corey on here.
Gotti. That's my brother.
I had Corey on here, and it was like, man, I kind of like emerged again, because it was like one of those situations to where I know I got it. You know what I'm saying? I can have a conversation with the best of them. You know what I mean? And I was I was doubting myself a little too much. You know what I'm saying? I was motivating him, but he was also motivating me, because I was kind of like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But he was motivating me because he helped me with my person I'm talking about is Josh. Josh helps me with, you know, my real estate content, all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's my partner in crime.
That's what's up, big dog.
You know what I mean? So, like, if the person I trust the most with this social media thing, because I really don't necessarily know too much about social media, still to this day, you know, let's kind of turn the page on that and let's talk about social media a little bit. How are you managing that, and how do you stay away from being on like gossip sites and all of that stuff? Like, how do you stay away from that? Because you have to be on social media a lot.
Yeah, gospel site, it's easy. That was never my character.
Yeah.
I come to motivate and inspire, not to be messy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, you just gotta, when it comes to social media, you gotta structure yourself.
Yeah.
For years, I figured out the algorithm, you know, but it do change. You know, I post every day at 7:30 in the morning. You know, Friday's not a good day to post on. You know, so Monday through Thursday, at least 3 to 5 times a week. Be consistent in what you're posting. Give the people what they want. You know, understand your audience.
Yeah.
You know, don't go away from your audience. Your audience craving for this, so you just gotta understand your audience, where they from, where they located, and what they want.
Yeah, I'm in your community too, so I'll be seeing. I'll be like, man, I get up and I see it. I'll be like, man, he on it. He on it for sure. So as far as you getting to 500,000 followers, what does that do? Like, you have this many people looking at you every day.
So, you know, I had 590 on Instagram, 530 something on TikTok, 37,000 on Facebook, and about 20 some thousand on YouTube. It's like, bro, you can't be afraid of that pressure. Yeah. You know, I don't fold under pressure. I create pressure. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So my mentality, these people wake up every morning wanting to talk that talk joy, that big dog energy. So I'm just thankful to be able to execute with excellence while I deliver results. Right. You know, while I see the bigger picture. Right. You know, so before you can be an asset to other people, you must be an asset to yourself. That's how you know you're gonna have that dog in you. That's how you execute, man. Right.
And as far as celebrity go, who was like, quote unquote, the movie stars or the just, you know, the stars in general? Who are those people that reached out to you that made you feel like, okay, yeah, I'm here now?
I'd say Dwayne Johnson, The Rock.
The Rock, okay.
sent me a voice message. He was like, "Hey, what up, big dog? The DJ, you know,
yeah,
I love your video. It touched me in the right time in my life. You know, that energy. You know, he cool people, man.
Right.
Shout out to Dwayne Johnson. Also shout out to Wallow. Shout out to Deion Sanders. Joy Santana. YK. Man, everybody. Bobby Smurder, cool guy.
Yeah.
OG3, shout out to OG3.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people I can't remember.
Right.
Steve Harvey, The Breakfast Club. Everybody. Real Life Street Stars here in Dallas.
Yeah.
101 Boss Talk. We doing good. They doing good things as well,
Absolutely.
man. Everybody, big dog. You know.
Absolutely.
We the voice of motivation, man. Nobody excluded from getting this word, man. I'm gonna talk that talk, wherever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful, big dog.
For sure. So I know that as far as the growth and stuff and people, you know, it going everywhere.
Yeah.
Was the moment that you seen, was it on Breakfast Club or the Steve Harvey show? Which one was it like? That was random.
You know, Steve Harvey, cause you know, somebody had messaged me like, "Hey man, I heard Steve Harvey talking about you this morning on his morning show."
Right.
So somebody had a screen recorder sent it to me. I'm like, "Oh, that's what's up." You know, I'm thankful. You know,
right.
My grandma, rest in peace to my grandma, but she loves Steve Harvey. She, you know what I'm saying? They grew up on Steve Harvey. I did. You know, so, you know, Steve Harvey did some great things in his career. So just to be mentioned by one of the greats, you know, someone who been consistent at what he do. I'm thankful for that, big dog. Yeah, it's a blessing within itself.
Yeah. So how do you stay consistent? Is it the team? Is it you? Because I know it's people that you have to have around you.
So it's a desire. Like you gotta love what you do.
Right.
Like when you love what you do, you ain't gotta get a dime for it. You know, that's how you stay consistent.
Right.
And then you understand that, like, what's your connection relationship with the Most High? Like I say, when God calls you to it, you live it. You eat it, you dream it. So it's not hard. And also, you know, my kids, my wife, you know, the people who follow me, it's not hard for me to stay motivated, big dog, because this is what I do. To have my own company, G Production, which is God is in Control, LLC. Yeah. Me and my wife.
Nice.
I'm thankful, big dog.
Yeah. And I was gonna ask this at the end, but I wanted to ask it too. How does it feel? Because people that don't know, your wife is motivational too. Yeah. And it's been a while, but, you know, we need you back.
Yeah, come on.
We need you back.
You heard that? Yeah, he said he needs you back, baby.
Yeah, so how is that being on the same trajectory in life? Not just emotionally, but just everything. Just on the same path, same walk, everything. How has that been? And how can you tell people that you need, you don't necessarily, you need someone to give you that motivation, but also your significant other?
You know, they say, when a man finds a wife, he finds a great thing. Right. And obtain favor for the Lord. I don't feel like I had favor until I met my wife.
Right. Okay.
Because a lot of great things been happening since I met my wife. You feel me? So, you know, and our walk of life was different. You know, she from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Yeah, she had her first child at the age of 14. You know, and she backdoored to have the next child 8 years later. You know, like I tell people, where I'm from, the story is totally different. You know, if you have a child 14, 15-year-old, your mom got the kid, your grandma got the kid. Yeah. But for her to be able to overcome opposition and adversity, you know what I'm saying, leaving her hometown leaving her state to come all the way to Texas and put herself in a position for her and her boss, which allowed me to find her. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, and she giving her life, I introduced Christ to her when we met in 2014, and she took it and ran with it, and she never looked back. Right. You know, because when your spirit screams for a better life, you don't want to be conformed to this world. And I say this here, and when it comes to consistency with the scripture and that Bible, doing the daily devotion, nobody's like her. Yeah. And that's why she able to do what she do. Of course, yes, I motivate her, speak life in her. That's what a husband do. She do the same thing, vice versa. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I would tell people, when you take her some good, that's some good, take her of you. Right. Don't take chances with it. Don't play with it.
Yeah. Do you ever feel like you have to just switch it off when you like talking to your wife directly, or how does that?
This is me all the time, you know. That big dog, you know. You know, and I had to, but you know, having a daughter too, I had to learn how to simmer her down a little bit. You know, you can't talk to her like, you know what I'm saying? Yep. And she a daddy girl. She a little sensitive. So I gotta tone her down. But I'm easily motivated. Yeah. I'm competitive. Yeah. I'm very competitive. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we playing Uno. We playing Cahoots. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We do a lot of stuff with the family as a family. Like we do Cahoots together. We do Bible study. You know, we watch we fast together. We watch the movie Force together. We do a lot of stuff as a family. And this is not in the most. This is the most humble way I'm speaking. Like when my kids wake up, they don't wake up like normal people. They don't wake up just get up. When they wake up, read the Bible first. You got to pray before you do anything.
Yeah.
Then you get up.
That's a flex.
Yep.
That's a flex.
Got to.
So as far as and before we would come right back to the social media aspect, I do want to ask you. As far as like the family dynamic, has it always been like that for you, even as a kid, or was it something that clicked in your adult life that you wanted to have it like this? So like, how did that click?
You know, I always wanted a family. You know, I was the child of my mom that wanted a father. I wanted that father figure, big dog. I wanted something consistent. Right. I wanted somebody to come to my basketball game, football practice, and stuff like that. Right. Unfortunately, I wasn't dealt that hand. I wasn't dealt that card. But I don't make excuses. I make results. We can cry about it later. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I told myself when I get my family, hey, I don't play with this. Yeah. I'm telling you, with the oldest son and my 14-year-old son, which now mine's by blood, but you can't tell because I've been in life for 11 years, they called me dad. But the first day they called me dad, it turned me up, big dog. Everybody don't get that title.
Yeah, for real.
Everybody don't get that title of father. So somebody trust and believe you, call you, hey, dad. Hey, it turned me up, man. And everything, it is not easy being a parent. And there's no rule but to be a parent. Them kids, I'm glad I ain't got gray hairs yet, but you know, them kids, you know, kids gonna be kids. They gotta find their own way. I lead by example. I talk every day. They know it. For the last 11 years, daddy gonna talk for 3 or 4 hours. I'm big on being intentional, big dog, because I want to make sure I raise my kid, not the world. Yeah. You know, like I said, I can't stop things from happening, but I can impute knowledge into them, so they can be like, oh, daddy taught us this. Oh, what would daddy do in this situation?
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. That's what's up, man. So kind of going back to the social media, what was the most powerful moment that you've seen on social media as far as when it comes to you?
Man, hitting 300,000 followers in 10 months. When I say God had a purpose, he had a purpose. I'm talking about my phone's going dead every 30 minutes.
Rolling.
Notification. Ding, 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 ding.
You rolling.
Like, man, like 3 years ago, man, I'm like, it started June of 2022. Yeah. And, bro, it's a video I did. It blew up 2 weeks later and just took off.
It always happens like that. It's never like you post a video, then it start growing. It's a video you posted December of last year, and it's just going crazy. Yeah, exactly. That's what's up. But that's the power of being consistent too.
There you go.
You got that blowing up. Oh, let's go see what else he got.
Come on.
He got this whole thing. Like, dang, he got
applying pressure, big dog. I said
every day
applying pressure. I'm talking heavy. Hey, what that one video? I forgot what video was it. You know, I talk heavy. Like, bro, I talk. God gave me this wisdom, this discernment, this understanding, this wisdom. I talk heavy for a reason, big dog. Right. Well, like my brother Justin Messer said, he said he's 5'7". He cover all the ground he walk on. Yeah. I'm 6'3", and I cover all the ground I walk on, man. Yeah. Wherever I go, I bring my manhood with me, big dog. So I'm able to talk that way because I done been through some things. Yeah. I know what other people been through. So I know how to talk heavy, make people like, dang, is he got a camera in my house? Yeah. How he know that? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And glory be to the Most High. It's not my doing, it's the Most High. So I never take credit for anything.
Right. Man, and I also say this, and I've told you this before, bro, but when you walk in a room, it's like an energy.
Appreciate it, big dog.
You know what I'm saying? Like you walk in with that energy of like, man, if this person he gonna make you feel good. Come on. He might not even be smiling at you or talking to you in general, but the people around you is gonna see that, they gonna hear that, they gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying? Dog. You talk with a lot of purpose.
Oh yeah.
You living on purpose.
Yes, there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
So there you go.
Talk that talk, Jay.
Come on.
You feel me? Turn
them up,
you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Turn them up.
So I feel like you know, they laughing at me. No, I feel like, you know, like I said, I wanted to compliment you on that. Appreciate, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man. So like the journey, just tell me about what's next for you right now.
You never let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. So just know that
big things coming out.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. Yeah. You know, I would tell people, slow motion is better than no motion. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And what might seem slow, it's faster than what you think. Yeah. So always stay prepared.
Yeah.
You stay ready. You don't have to worry about getting ready. You know, and also I tell people, take time out for yourself. I know I had to. You know, I have a wife and kids. You know, for your mental state, you can only be so much for everybody. But you got to take time out for yourself so you can stay consistent. Yeah. So you continue being your purpose. So I'm thankful for everybody. You know that. Where I went and spoke, motivate, inspire, transition, help people transform. So I'm thankful, big dog.
Yeah, and I say that too. Man, like I kind of thought I was like spinning my wheels for a while. You know what I'm saying? And then out of nowhere, like you said, out of nowhere, it was just numbers started flowing. You know what I'm saying? It's not the 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 just yet, but just seeing the watch hours. I'm at like 210 out. Like I think hours, 210 hours this past 30 days of being watched. You know what I'm saying? Like those numbers count to me. You know what I mean? And I'm humble enough to be like, oh man, I'm about to hit 200. You know how 200 is? You know what I mean? For me,
keep elevating this. Thing is,
you know what I'm saying?
I always tell people, you know, push yourself. You know, give yourself mark. Yeah, give yourself benchmarks. You know, okay, I'm at 200 right here. In a week, I'm gonna be at 400. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I'd rather have 30 loyal people that follow me and support me than 100,000 followers only getting you know what I'm saying? So the audience being so small. You good, big dog. Keep applying that pressure because I guarantee you, where you at today, you won't be in the same place next year.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you won't. I can't wait because it's like, man, I love it. I love talking to people. You know what I'm saying? You can see it. You know what I'm saying?
Me, big dog.
Yeah, man, I love it. So it's kind of let's take a pivot and let's talk about overcoming doubt, struggles, and staying focused. So I'm gonna give you a quote. What you said. You once said you had a purpose before anyone had an opinion.
Yeah. So
tell us what about that.
You know, a lot of people like to judge and give their opinion. Right. If they ain't asked for it, why are you concerned about it? Yeah. So you had a purpose. You had a purpose before anyone had an opinion. Yeah. You had a purpose before the enemy tried to attack you or antagonize you, saying, "Hey, you're not worthy. Right. You won't make it." Right. You know, create doubts and stuff. So remember, you know, like why I go back to once you live on purpose, that's when you start living on purpose. So you had a purpose before anyone had an opinion.
Ooh, I like that. That was hard. So what was the point? What was the point where you thought about just giving up, like just straight up, like I'm tired of this, it's over with?
My younger years, you can't feel like that in your older years because the thing is, if you feel like that, then why you get started? Yeah. And when you feel like that, you gotta remember why you started. You see what I'm saying? Right. Because you don't have some challenging days. You know, the enemy assignment, he can't read your mind. He study your patterns. He study your habits. So when you start living in doubts, he start creating doubts. Yeah. When you start second guessing, he make you guess 3 times. Yeah. But when you have faith and curiosity, you give your faith, you give your belief and power to the Most High. Like, Lord, I don't know how you're gonna do it, but I know you're gonna do it. Yeah. Dang. So you gotta change the way how you put your words out. Yeah. How you think.
Yeah. Power of the tongue.
God, there you go. God is working. The enemy is working. And the people that you knew 5 years ago that you don't talk to them more, they working as well. Yeah. So they're like, oh dang, big dog. He was just doing that now, but now he's doing a podcast. He got big dog on his podcast. Oh, he think he all that now. He got it all red on. He got the big dog. Hey, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Real talk, big dog.
Yeah. So do you believe in the phrase? And I want your feedback on this. But do you believe in the phrase that the devil hands out blessings to?
He probably handed out a learning experience.
No, and this is what I mean, because I've had the same thought. I was like, what you mean? But when the devil is giving you something that you feel is purposeful for your life, you know what I mean? But it's not really the right thing that he's giving you something to steer you away from the real goal. You know what I mean? It feel good for the second, but
you know, God give a free will. So the enemy will try to hand you a lot of things. So thing is, you're gonna learn. I made a video before. I said, God have a plan for your life. Yeah. The enemy have a plan for your life. Just be ready for both. Just be wise enough to know which one to battle and which one to embrace. So when the enemy give you stuff, don't embrace that. Don't receive that. Let God fight your battle with him. Right. You embrace the Most High. Right. The further you get away from God, the harder life get. Yeah. And that's when you get attacked the most. But the closer you get to the Most High, you feel relief. You feel the peace. You feel the light. You feel the glow. You feel the consistency. You feel the creativity. You feel the wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it, big dog.
Bro, I'm sitting here looking at you and just like the way you talking. How do you be remembering all of this? Like just having the wisdom that you do. Like, bro, what? Like you just coming off the hip with it.
You know, so crazy about it. I barely graduated from high school, big dog.
That's crazy.
I took my ACT so many times, couldn't pass it to go to college.
Yeah,
because I didn't apply myself. You know, big dog, I put a lot of work in myself. Yeah. My kids will tell you, I'm not, and not bragging. I don't do what other people do. And the last 11 years, I read, I studied me. I was supposed to go back to school for social psychology to get my psychology degree. I've been having this gift since I was 4 years old, big dog. Yeah. So I work on myself. I understand people. I understand myself, and I know people struggle. Yeah. Of our relationship not hard to me. You know what I'm saying? Business relationship, you know, you just got to understand people's perspective. You might see it as a 6. I might see it as a 9. Doesn't mean you wrong. Doesn't mean I'm wrong. You see what I'm saying? So you just got to know how to build and bond with people, big dog.
Yeah. So whenever your cup is empty, where do you get that like to fill yourself back up? Do you get it from your spirituality? Is it, you know, being mindful of who you are around? Like, how you fill that back up?
Okay, I do a lot of pouring. I've been doing a lot of pouring for years, big dog, to a lot of people. But God knew that. Yeah. So He said, "All right, I'm gonna put you a wife around you.
Gave you them tools. Yeah.
I'm gonna put you some kids around you. Yep. Because let's say you drained, you came back, you flew to Atlanta for something. You come back, you see your daughter, you see your son, you see your wife. Now again, you don't pour it to everybody. Now you get refill back up. Yeah. Just hear your daughter say "dad." Yeah. Or hear your son say "dad." Your wife say, she call, you know, we got nicknames around pet names. Come here, Stank. Yeah, come here, you know, come here, Big Daddy. Come here. You know, it just refills you. You just look. You know, you just look and be like, man, this is mine. You know. Yeah. You see how precious life is, like, bro. Cause like there's some people praying for what you have. Yeah. To have a wife. But I've been married for 9 years, been together for 11 years. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man.
Just to have that, just to be together that long. You know, my journey, I want that 50, 60 years. Yeah. But you know, I take it serious. They know, and I'm thankful me and my wife is an example of marriage. My wife, my daughter, she probably know a lot more than people who 20, 30 know how to be a wife. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because my daughter's intentional. My wife teaches a lot. She watches. She know what a man's supposed to be to a woman and what a woman supposed to be to a man. She know a woman supposed to, you know, so I'm glad. It go back to the question you asked where I didn't see that growing up, but my boys and my daughter get to see it. They know that I don't play with my family.
Yeah, real talk.
I don't play. You know what I'm saying? I don't. You know, that's you can play with everything else,
but them, it's over with.
And, it's over with. I've been teaching them since they were young. What are we? And we do what? Respect everything around.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's what's up. So continue talking about family legacy, and then the next chapter. Obviously, like I said, your wife is a motivational speaker.
Yes, sir.
How can we get her back in front of the camera?
You know, God got her on different assignment right now. Okay. You know, when God called her back to it, she would do it. But you know, she always in her purpose. Yeah. Just because she's not in that camera doesn't mean she's not serving. Absolutely. You know, greater is not he who sits at the table, greater is he who serves. So we in the business of serving. She did doing it in a different way this season. Right. What God might call her to do it in the next season might be different. She might be on a panel. So you never know. But I know she has a lot to give to this world. Yeah. And her presence alone and her testimony itself has changed a lot of people.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So also, how do y'all motivate each other from the kids to, you know, y'all's relationship? How's the whole family keeping that motivation circling in the energy in the house?
Honesty. I'll say this here. If you're not willing to have that uncomfortable talks, you're not ready for a family. Right. You're not ready for kids. Right. If you're too tired to look into to be intentional with your kids, to be intentional with your significant other, you're not ready because it's a 24-hour job, big dog. It's a 24-hour job. Yeah. So I can sit in the house every day with my kids. Of course, they get on my nerves because they clingy. You know what I'm saying? But it's just I would have no other way. Yeah. Cause they saved me. Yeah. Them kids, before my daughter was born, you know, my two oldest, which died my blood, they saved me from the streets, big dog. Yeah. Like people understand, and that's why I give everything I told my wife I want to give her, I gave her, and she didn't ask for nothing. Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So bro, I'm forever indebted to them, because if when God give you something that helped you transform, you don't take for granted.
Right.
So I'm thankful.
Right. As far as like when it's all said and done, and I want this to be your most honest answer that you can give me, and I know you've been honest this whole time, but when it's all said and done, who do you want the world to know about? I mean, who do you want the world to perceive you as? George White, the speaker, or just the staple in the community? Who do you want them to know? Who you want to be remembered as?
I'm not gonna say. I know that God that changed the world.
Yeah.
And walked on a journey of self-discovery.
Right.
And spoken to everybody's life.
Mm-hmm.
This guy who went through the most at a young age, teenage, went through midlife crisis twice, became the voice of motivation.
Right.
He did everything. He was he motivate. He's an actor. He did music. He did everything. You just couldn't put this cat in a box. Like, he was chosen. Mm-hmm. He one of God's chosen ones. Mm-hmm. You know, he had wisdom, discernment, prophesize.
Yeah.
He didn't share too much with the word because he knew how to protect his gift. Mm-hmm. But so much the word had given, he didn't have to say too much. His presence alone spoke volumes.
Yeah.
And one thing, every time he received an award, everything he do, he always give glory to the Most High.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Man, like I said, I appreciate you being here today, bro.
Appreciate it, dog.
Before we get up out of here, I want you to give us a quick word that I can use as a staple of my entire channel.
Gotcha.
Quick
word. Turn them up?
Yeah, turn them up, George.
Let me see. Hey, listen, you gotta have that dog in you, because once that adrenaline runs out, what's gonna carry you? What's gonna push you? What's gonna drive you? What's gonna drive you? That's when you gotta dig deep and pull that dog out of you. You're gonna get tired, but you gotta keep fighting. You gotta keep stepping. You gotta keep pushing. These people trying to come for your spot. They want to take your opportunity, but you won't be beat. Turn them up. Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
Big dog.
Man, I appreciate
yes,
you coming in today, bro. Means a lot to
yes,
me,
sir.
man. Man, go ahead and put your social media out there where they can find you.
I am George White to speak on every platform: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Also, you can stream all my motivation album. That's everywhere.
Yeah.
Just Google George White to speak, and you gonna see it.
Yes,
Even
sir.
if you don't want to see it, you gonna see it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's real. Hey, once again, I appreciate y'all for tuning in today. And again, like, subscribe, share, and comment. And we out of here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.